Now, welcome back to On Stage.
Welcome back. Broadway theater goers are being treated to a number of rare sights this season. The first is the Broadway premiere of the 150-year-old Ivan Turgenev play, Fortune's Fool. The second and third are the play's co-stars, stage veterans Frank Langella and Alan Bates. They recently stopped by to talk to On Stage's Dennis Cunningham, but before we hear from them, let's see them in action.
And why, may I ask, sir, are you not proposing a health to Father Nikolaevich? Come on, it's your turn.
Oh, I hope Father Nikolaevich does not doubt the sincerity of my wife.
Well, fill his glass, Fishy. Fill it all brimmer, I say. Now, come on, let's hear what you have to say.
Oh, well, yes, the poor man who has nothing to give but kind words. I offer the welcome of a good heart, and I wish for our noble host and his dear wife good health, prosperity, and measureless happiness.
Oh, thank you. That was very moving.
A little long-winded.
Welcome, Mr. Bates. Welcome, Mr. Langella.
Hi.
First thing I want to get to is usually a play of this success comes in with all sorts of trails of glory behind it, all sorts of attention. This pretty much sneaked into town, didn't it?
Well, yes, it did. It did. You want to speak?
Oh, no. Go ahead. I'll have a
well, I think it was, it's because it's 150 years old. And it's never been seen in the West. And we knew that it had huge audience appeal and a great ability to connect, if we did it properly, to the audience. And we seem to have done it properly. Yes. And it because it had never been done, it was nice to have it as a kind of surprise element. That surprise element was
actually
very valuable.
It's nominated for Best Play, isn't
yes,
it?
I think it's terrific. Yeah, and Mike Polson's done an extraordinary.
Well, that's what I was going to say. It's really a new play in another sense, isn't it?
In another sense, yes, it was. In the Turgenev. He, second.
The second one.
accent on the second syllable. We've only been doing it for 4 months. I think you'd know by now how to say it.
Yes,
What's the title?
Turgenev.
No, the title.
The Parasites. Fortune's Fool.
Oh, Fortune's Fool.
Turgenev. That was by Mike Polson. Yes, I forgot like that.
We got it all in.
Turgenev, I feel never. Well, he didn't declare himself ever really as a playwright.
No, right.
He was a novelist, an essayist. He was everything else. But in the middle of, he wrote an awful lot in this play, which we don't see. But at the center of it, the more we streamlined, the more we realized that he'd written this wonderful play in the middle of it, which he obviously didn't quite trust, perhaps, or maybe it just wasn't the order of the day to have a, it was much more to have a sprawling event. But this is really narrowed down into something wonderful.
And it's nice to have a success that wasn't pre-hyped. It was really and encouraging to think that people would like to come to something because their friends have told them to come, not because it's been so processed in their brains. It makes you feel very excited about the New York theater public again.
That's exactly how I felt when I was sitting there.
It puts the lie to the idea that theater goers are dumbing down. They're not. I think if you give them something that is going to move them, excite them, it's, we've said this before, but this is a soap opera, a brilliantly written soap opera.
Yes, with 2 wonderful stars. Which reminds me, now in this play, you spend almost all your time
taunting him.
He
taunts me off stage. I taunt him on stage.
Your performance seemed to me, I was thinking about it, I was thinking of both of them actually, you seem never to be still. Even when you're still, something seems...
Don't tell that to Alan.
But I mean,
you mean I mustn't turn my back?
He mustn't ever turn his back on me.
Whatever you do, don't look up. But it's true. I mean, it's part of you. It's like you're always ready to get at him.
Well, he's a hungry man, in all seriousness. The character is just a hungry man, hungry for all sorts of things, status, food, wine. He's hungry to win. And I don't even think about the physicality of it. It's so much a part of me now. But hungry is really what he is.
And to put in this poor man that you play, who's so self-effacing,
yes, he is, and he isn't. I mean, he's self-effacing, but he's one of those people who's fallen on hard. He's the impoverished gentleman, probably as Frank's character says I'm more of a gentleman than anyone else, but he's got nothing to base it up to substantiate it. And
He lost his
but what he has got is an event which is his secret, his privacy, until it is dragged out of him. And then he shows that there is an awful lot more to him than that. There's a sort of sense of identity somewhere as a gentleman and as an honourable man, and he does react. He's aware of everything that's going on.
Yes.
But I mean, it's not just Frank that reacts to me. I'm reacting to him. Really, he doesn't know, right?
But you bring up a good. I'm glad we get all these secrets out in the open.
I try to react to him as little as I can.
No, they occupy a totally different space on the stage, these two men.
That's true.
And they're at opposite ends of humanity, which is why it works so well.
And we're so interlinked in it. I mean, I don't even think we know anymore how much we breathe together and move together.
That's right.
We're so used to each other now.
I think it's a wonderful thing to watch.
No, it's quite exciting.
One of the things about it, if I may say, that just occurred to me when Alan was talking about it was that we sort of think nowadays that no one's interested in class or position or where you are in the world, who the rich are, who the poor are. We have this idea that we're all sort of, but everybody still is looking at who's richer, who has more money, who's prettier, who owns what. And that's what this play is about. It's all about class and position and the possible destruction of station.
Mm-hmm. Well, here we are, a play written in 1848, as real as today, as relevant as today, with two sensational performances. It's called Fortune and Fool. It's at the Music Box there, is it not? Mm-hmm. By all means, see this. And I thank you, gentlemen, very much for this and for the performances.